Look at that guy. We're on the side of the road out here. Pulled the wheels and tires off. We're gonna swap over to the Hoosiers, testing on the backside today. What's up? I'm the milkman, and this is Trailer Park Garage. What do you think? I love it. That's right. Check that thing out. So we got the front end back on home milk, and we got home milk back at the crib. Uh-oh, getting a phone call. Oh goodness, not gonna answer that one. Alright, so, yes, we got home milk back at the TPG, baby. And there you go, so you can kind of see that ride height. Man, thing looking good. Almost sitting like a real pickup truck, eh? Come on. But we made a few licks this week. A couple of them that we didn't even film. We've been working on the map. John's been working on the map. We've been working on the map TPS acceleration because, oh my goodness. Let me go ahead and explain this. If I can get my camera set up properly. Maybe not. Okay, well, anyways, we found one of the biggest problems that we have been fighting since we went EFI. If you remember, the whole entire time we've had it EFI, when you rev it, it's got that stumble in it. It's shitty getting up on the trans brake. It's shitty trying to start the burnout. When you're, trying to ease up on the throttle to put it on trailer or do this or do that, it's always stumbled. So, we was putting fuel in that MAP versus TPS, which I have been explained that it is very similar to the shape of the cam, like on a carburetor. And if you don't know what the hell that is, we should have one. Yeah, check those dudes out. So those are pump cams for Holly carburetors. And that, we was putting fuel in it, and it started to come around. And we were like, kind of odd. John is like, man, this thing is EFI. You're having problems that people have and go to EFI to not have these problems anymore. So he got to looking around. He went over to his tunnel ram setup with 2 big AccuFab throttle bodies. And he was messing around. And then he went over to a customer's throttle body that's in there, set up for an intake port. And then he comes back over to the truck. And then he messes with the throttle body on this thing. And he goes, holy shit, I figured it out. The blades are 1-to-1. Like, I feel like a whopping idiot, to be honest with you. And really, anything with this EFI shit, I felt like a whopping idiot from day one. But coming from the world of carburetors, where there's always a quarter of the primary blade open or more before the secondaries crack open. And that explains a whole shit ton of why it's sloppy when you're revving it up or getting it on the brake. You got a 2000 CFM throttle body that's cracking both blades on a 590-inch motor. It's just not wanting to eat all that air. And it doesn't have the fuel set up in the Holly to supply it with that. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, well, why can't you just keep adding the fuel? Well, there comes a point where you're just pushing it out the tubes and you're dirtying up plugs. You're just wasting your time. So, John adjusted that blade to where we got 30% TPS before it cracks open that secondary. And it's made the truck a whole different animal. We fixed the brakes on it, that way they don't stick. Push the pedal down, comes right back up. I stretched the spring out on that throttle body a little bit, that way it's a little bit easier getting in and out of the throttle. I can load the trailer. I can load the truck on the trailer with no blocks by myself with the ride height chain. I mean, like, we have done a ton of shit that has made life so much easier, and the truck is coming around. John tweaked on the fuel map a little after we made those hits. We're ready to go to the racetrack, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow. I've got the fuel, I've got the nitrous, we've got everything. We're just waiting for it to stop raining so we can load everything up. And man, we'll be ready to rock on whole milk. We have very high hopes. I'm going to keep the Mickeys on there right now to go to Bowling Green because it's a track, and it's a pretty marginal track. I love the Mickeys at the racetrack. I think the Mickey is one of the best tires you can run at the racetrack. Sunday, we are going to Beacon to run the back half. We will put the Hoosiers on the truck then, and we will go test the back half. That's what we got going on right now. I'm going to get this thing checked out. We're going to put the bottle brackets in it, tighten up a few things, and check over it, make sure that we're ready to go. And we will see you guys at the racetrack tomorrow. Oh, hell yeah. Come on. Check it out. We at the racetrack. We're getting everything set up now. That way we can go make a lick. We've got a truck here. World famous. It's windy as shit. Got whole milk out. So, see what we can do. Go out here, make a motor lick. Clean that up. Then turn both kits on, right? Oh yes, Lord. Bro, look at him. The man. I made a little motor there. Go down with the fuel in it. Look who showed up. Jay Easy. Yeah, Law, I got them snacks. But first leg, motor pass, success. We'll tweak on it. Might make another motor pass. And yeah, then we'll go from there. Come on. Straight headwind going down the track, That's going to slow us down today. 40 mile an hour gusts, 15, 20 mile an hour wind. Not good, my boy, not good. What do you think, bro? Yeah, Lord. Needs more power. That's right. So, there's the first stage, a little bit of it. It got after the tire. I tried to save it as quick as I could. So it hazed, come off, and all back in one motion, slow as I could. I think we can finagle with that and get it pretty right. But we're really just trying to tune the kits to make sure that everything is good. We was getting a little spicy. Probably put a quarter in the front struts and maybe put a sweep or two in the rear extension. We'll just kind of have to see what we're looking at, see what the converter did on the log. John's looking at the laptop right now, so I'm gonna put some fuel in the thing. We're gonna get cooled off, charged, and we'll go up there and make another rip. I'm not sure what we're even gonna do. So we'll look at what the converter did and everything and make a game plan based off of that. Come on. Okay, so John's got that kit spiced up, extra spiced up. We've got the 40 jet being 100% duty cycle right around the gear change. So we will have all of the 40 jet in before half track. So this should be a spicy little pass. We've been making, you know, we've been making adjustments every pass, and the truck keeps picking up. So we're tweaking. We added a little more to the starting line on this one, and of course we got that juice in the back. So 2 clicks out of the rear shocks, quarter sweep up front in the strut, 900 pounds of pressure. Right, see what it does. Hopefully boogie. Come on. Look at that guy. What are you gonna tell him, Larry?
I don't really know right now. It's a little early, but
yeah,
we'll figure something out.
That's right. So we're at Beacon. We're on the side of the road out here. Pulled the wheels and tires off. We're gonna swap over to the Hoosiers, testing on the backside today. So see how it goes. What do you think, Larry? World record?
Right here is the world record holder on changing tires on trailer.
That's right.
That's right.
Outside of the racetrack before they open.
Outside of the racetrack.
That's right. Come on.
We got here early so we can change tires.
Yeah. First time on Hoosiers. Never ran a Hoosier tire before.
Yeah.
Always been a
mama?
Who's your mama? That's right. Always been a Mickey Thompson guy. So these back half surfaces and everything, that DL6 compound is really bitching. So we're gonna try it out. Probably help us out, but we'll see. Look at that. Gate's coming open. Yeah, boy. What the hell? Look at these folks. Drew and T pulled up. Oh, hell yeah. Didn't even know they was coming. Come on.
Man, he changed them tires just like fucking his daddy taught him how to change tires. He knows what he's doing. Tell you what. Hey, give me one, Derek. All right.
Alright, so we're inside the gates of Beacon now, and we're still working on the truck. We are pulling the 40 jet out. I know, it's terrible. I cried a little bit while ago. But we're putting the 32s in the first, that way if we do progress it, which we probably are, but we're thinking about turning it on, pulling a bunch of launch retard like we used to. And that's just the idea we can try today. But if we do turn the progressive on, it's not chopping a 40, it's chopping a 32. So I think that will help power management a little bit, and we're going to leave the front end as tight like we did yesterday at the racetrack, because I still feel like we could have went tighter on the front end. We're maxing out the front end real hard, and it's upsetting the rear. It's trying to pick the rear back up, and we've only got 3.5 inches of front travel, so we've got to slow it down but still raise it, and as quick as we can without knocking the top out of it, making everything get all out of whack, and that's how we're going to go fast. But until we figure that out, we're going to keep struggling. So 32 in the first, and yeah, so we'll be running some twin 32s for everybody that's nosy. Woo! Dude, we gotta be dead nuts in these grooves when we come up here. 'Cause that's all there is. Does it feel high? Yeah, there's something there. Apply some power up front. We gotta kill it early. What do you think? It's not bad, is it?
There's a stretch right there where there's no sticky.
Really?
I don't know why.
You think if we come over half the groove to the left, it would be all right?
It's sticky back here. Right over here.
Yeah, because everybody's digging that surface up. Alright, I'm gonna get out of everybody's way. Alright, so we're about to make our first lick. We've made some very minor adjustments. Of course, we had to fix the fueling for the kit since we put a smaller jet in there. We're gonna try to leave on motor for 0.3. So yesterday, if you are that nosy and calculated, you figured out that every time we sparked the tire, it was from 0.25 to 0.3. I don't know if John's thinking we need to put like a 169 first gear in it. I don't know. It's rolling out there a little bit and it's getting on the tire. But we've got to figure out that front end deal. If we can get it to slow down and max out softly, I think it will fix a lot of our problems. And that's where all those long travel guys are cheating, because they've got this much room to slow it down. I only got that much.
That's what she said.
You guys suck. Alright, so first pass, I made a global that I wanted to put in it, and when we got back from that run, I'm like, oh my god, if we can't like at least get some traction with that tune-up, we have some major problems. So plug into the Holly, hit get from ECU, and guess what pops up? Surprise, Bowling Green nitrous pass number 3 with the 40 jet in it. So not only was it fueling for that 40 jet, as you know we got 32 in it now, Holly Jesus was real nice to us there. We didn't really get too off course, didn't get too fat, but and it had all that juice in it. It had that big two-step, I mean it had everything. So Now we have the correct tune-up file loaded in the truck. Why it didn't correspond the first time or something, I don't know, but something went weird there. I plugged back into the Holley, got from ECU to make sure that we had that correct tune-up in there. So we'll drop the air pressure a little bit because T found something that was odd. These Hoosiers like a little bit less air pressure and they are sticky as hell. They have prepped the inside of our wheel wells. So took a quarter out of the front strut because it looked like it was moving not fast enough. So wasted our first run pretty much. Got a little bit of data. T found us some data. Yellow! But we'll try again. Hopefully we can get it to go down, or at least try to, because we can clean up what we got. So let's go eat a cheeseburger. Okay, so we've got it to leave and roll out a little bit, but the front end is just a tad too tight. So we have sped up the front end a little bit, put one click of compression in the rear because it's getting after that tire pretty good. But I like our air pressure. I like the RPM that we're leaving at. It's starting to, I mean, it's planing the tire and obviously working the chassis. We just got to speed up that front end a little bit. So that and some power management. I'd say hopefully this time we can roll out about 100 foot and if it sticks, run it out the back door. It's got a pretty nice little map in it, so we'll see what it does. Hopefully we can make some more progress.